Sanibonani. Sanibonani. Nabangaphandle sanibonani. Igama lami nguNobuhle Isibongo ngowakwaGeveza. Ngibambile laphaya ekuphatheni iofisi lawa National Lotteries Commission kwiprovince yaKwaZulu Natal. Bengicela ukuthi ngicele ukuthi siqale. I would like to request that we commence with our program of the day. Firstly, I would like to welcome the Deputy Mayor wase Thekwini, Ubaba Umavundla. Siyakwamukela baba. Ebese ngicela ukubingelela umama uPrecious wakamvulane oyi-board member yawa National Lotteries Commission. Siyabingelela ma. Ebese ngicela ukubingelela uCEO we-Ithuba oyi-National Lottery Operator in South Africa. Ngicela ukubingelela Mama Boza. Bese ngicela ukubingelela our commissioner of the National Lotteries Commission, umama uCharlotte Mampane. Greetings ma. And on my left, I would like to greet Ubaba Ufilimon Litwaba, Chief of Operations kwa National Lotteries Commission. Siyabingelela baba. Ebese ngibingelela umama uSherin Singh. Greetings Mam Singh, who is the regional manager in KZN of Ithuba, National Lottery Operator yethu. Bese ngibingelela ubaba uDlamini, uSanele Dlamini, senior manager yakwa operations, head office yakwa National Lotteries Commission. Siyabingelela. Without wasting any time, I know I have already introduced izihambeli zethu. Sengibabikile ukuthi bawobani sababingelela. Kodwa ngizocela ukuthi nje ngibize ngaphambili ubaba uSanele Dlamini aphinde futhi azobingelela ezikhulwini zethu. Baba Dlamini.
Sanibonani. I used to be able to sing. CEO always asking me to sing something, and I'm like, I can't think of anything at the moment. Ukhona ongangisiza sithi ukucula nje kancane, sithi ukucula nje sinyakaze kancane. Sicule national anthem. Commissioner is suggesting that we sing the national anthem. Cela sicule iculo lesizwe. Ngicela sisukumeni sonke ke sicule iculo lesizwe.
See
us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. Thank you very much. Thank you, Wiseman Mkize from Iclemon Choir. Yeah, from Iclemon Choir. You rescued us. Thank you very much. Ngicela ukubingelela ihambeli zethu. Ngikusho ngeqholo commissioner ukuthi ihambeli zethu because I was just a provincial manager in the province before I went to head office to be the senior manager. So it still feels home. I still feel like I'm a provincial manager here because I can associate with what is happening in KZN very closely. Ngizocela ukubingelela uBaba Mavundla, our deputy mayor eThekwini. Baba Mavundla, siyajabula ukuthi eyintweni zonke obungazenza namhlanje ngalesi sikhathi udecide ukuthi lokhu kubaleke ukudlula konke. Wayeka konke okunye wazoba nathi namhlanje. Siyazi schedule sakho sibhizi kangakanani, ikakhulukazi njengoba iKZN ikakhulukazi iTheku lishayeke kangaka. Siye sikubone uhamba izimpi zamanzi ne-service delivery in the city. Siyabonga kodwa ukuthi namhlanje ulanathi kuzo zonke lezi zinto obungabe ubungazenza. Siyabonga Baba Mavundla. Ngibingelele umama uShamaine Mabuza. Ngiyaye ngithi Mama Shamaine, we are a regulator as the National Lotteries Commission. Kodwa ubukhona bethu, our existence is because there is an operator. Without an operator, the regulator does not have anything to regulate. So ubukhona bakho busho lukhulu kuthina ne-partnership nje. National Lotteries Commission yethuba partnership is everything because ngeke size sikwazi ukuphila ngokuhlukana. We cannot be apart from each other. Siyadingana kakhulu. Ukuze sikwazi ukubuyela emphakathini, umphakathi wase KZN nama grants lawe siwa distributayo nanokuthi namhlanje siyakwazi ukuba la, it's because ithuba is generating a revenue for the National Lotteries Commission. So siyabonga kakhulu Mama Mabuza ngobukhona bakho. Yes. Ngicela ukubingelela umama uMvulani. Mama uMvulani, siyajabula ukuthi eyintweni zonke obungabe ubungazenza namhlanje. As a board member, there is a lot in your plate, and you decided ukuthi I'm going to dedicate this time to KZN because KZN has been hit by these floods. Siyabonga ke nange decision as a board ukuthi you took this decision ukuthi we are going to spend some resources in KZN ukuze sithi rebuild iKZN. What decided ukuthi ngizoba khona ngalesikhathi kuseThekwini ngoba iThekwini lona lishayeke kakhulu. Sikhuluma ngama numbers adlulile ko 120 people, that 120,000 people that have been affected just eThekwini. So that is a lot of people, with about 440 people that lost their lives. So a decision here board ukuthi ithi we are going to avail resources for this very good initiative. Sibonga kakhulu kukhona bakho busho likhulu kuthina. Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. Yes. Now the captain of the ship is here as well. Umama uCharlotte Thabang Mampane. She's our commissioner. Mangithi the captain of the ship, ngisho ukuthi the COO, myself, executives and other senior managers, we get the marching orders from the commissioner, and the fact that we are here today, she was motivating us. I remember we met at the lift when I was just arriving at head office. I met her as I was exiting the lift, and she was saying, "What are you doing here? KZN is drowning and you are here. Why are you here?" So I just had to turn at the lift, went inside the lift and took my car, drove back to KZN. That's how we get the matching orders. If something is urgent, we get to be told there and then that you have to attend to this. So hence our response. I think it was yesterday, COO, we were at Mpola providing the support there. Sharin, you were there. The councillor said to us, you know, it's surprising how the National Lottery responds. You were here 2 days ago, and on the third day, you are here with all these things. This is what we need from government. And I can tell you now, we get the cue from the commissioner. That's how the commissioner guides us and tells us, you know, if something is urgent, you don't have to waste time. Don't sit in meetings. Meetings are good, but there must be a limit of meetings. You must go down to the ground and get things going. So, siyabonga kakhulu, Commissioner, guidance, siyabonga leadership. We appreciate you. We appreciate you a lot. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you in KZN and in eThekwini in particular. A big round of applause, please. Why are we here? As the program director would have requested me to do. The reason why we are here is the National Lotteries Commission ithathe isinqumo njengoba ngikhuluma nomama uMvulane. Mama Mvulane is our board member. So the board ithathe isinqumo sokuthi kufanele i-lottery ingenelele kulesimo esivele KwaZulu Natal. Now into esiyenzileke as a commission sibe sesibuka isimo saKwaZulu Natal, sithola ama reports eThekwini. Ngiyajabula ubaba Mavundla ukhona, sithole a full report eThekwini ukuthi kwenzekeni eThekwini. Saphinde sathola a report from kwaCocta, a detailed report ukuthi kwenzekeni kwi-province yonke. Sithe maswathola ama reports, then we had to write motivations and update the board ukuthi this is what has happened in KZN, and we updated the board sabanikeza information. Babe sebethatha isinqumo ke sokuthi kulama districts awu7 akhona eKZN ashayekile ngesimo seyikhukhula lese besikhona, kuzofanele i-National Lottery ingenelele. So kuma district awu7 siyangenelela as a National Lottery. Kunama implementing agents awu7 esiwa-identifyile in the province azohambe vakashela imphakathi njengoba sila namhlanje silana nenye ama implementing agents ebizwa ngokuthi i-nurses at a go. Nurses at a go. Abantu laba abebevele be on the ground ngesikhathi kwenzeka yonke lento kusukela ngomhla ka-8, they were on the ground trying to support our communities and assess the situation. So sase sibuka ukuthi kungcono kuqhubeke bona nomsebenzi bese bevele bewuqalile. So i-nurses at a go is the agent okuyiyona ke esilekelelayo njengoba sila ayigcinile ke kodwa futhi la kunama shelters awu8 that have been identified esiwabonile ukuthi ayadinga ukuthi i-nurses at a go iwavakashele. Izinto esizilethayo kulama shelters asizilethi ngokucabanga kwe-National Lottery noma i-nurses at a go. Sithe kubona hambani niye kuma-shelters niyobheka ukuthi yiziphi izinto ezidingekayo. Sizobona nje mangabe siqhubeka izinto esibatshela ukuthi kufanele zibe khona nakanjani amanzi. Jojo tanks fanele bathenga amathangi ukuze abantu ba-access amanzi. Ngoba sibonile masihambela nathi sihambe senza inhlolovo yethu as i-NLC sathola ukuthi abantu bashoda ngamanzi, abantu bashoda ngama-toilet. Kuma-shelters la behleli khona work ama-toilet. Mama Buza siye kwenye i-shelter etshela imnyama izolo. Uma sifika not izolo, last week, uma sifika khona sifika omama balele phansi kusimende. Akukho lutho. There is no door. There was no door emnyango in the hall ebebelele kulona. Ama-window afile. But the National Lotteries Commission has fixed all that. We intervened, we fixed it. Sathenga ama-Jojo tanks because bebengenawo amanzi. amanzi bebewaphuza bekuwo 5 liter ebebedeliver. So we sathenga oJojo tanks, umasipala wasifakela amanzi koJojo tank ukuze abantu ba-access amanzi. Obekubuhlungu kakhulu esikufundile bese no COO no provincial manager esikufundile lapha sifice abantu besilisa nabantu besifazane balala ndawo. Kunengane ngisho na 8 months ekhona la. It was just I even called COO. I said, COO, I can't take this. I think this is too much. Ngoba isimo bendlela besingakhona isimo esingesihle neze. So sizama ke ukuthi sithi National Lotteries Commission together with the National Lottery Operator sithi sikhona siyinhlaka zikahulumeni sikhona ebantwini musana ukusaba ukuze ema-ofisini ethu e-KZN likhona i-office provincial manager uNobuhle Geveza lo kade ekhuluma la ukhona sithi sicela ukunilekelela la nidinga khona ukulekeleleka zikhona indlela esilekelela ngazo uzonichazela uMam Geveza uma ufike e-ofisini uyakunikeza ukuthi nazi izinto okufanele uzenze ukuze ukwazi ukuthi usizakale kwa-National Lottery. Angikhulumi kuphela nge-Lottery Commission, ngikhuluma nange-operator because nabo banayo i-CSI, banayo i-wing exhasa imiphakathi ngey'dingo. Ingakho umama mabuze la namhlanje ngoba bayakwazi ukuthi nabo bafinyelele emphakathini balekelele. So ungazilimithi kuphela kwi-commission, ne-operator iyakwazi ukulekelela. So silana ke namhlanje sizoletha insiza. Namhlanje sithenga ama-diapers for ingane, sithenga ama-formula for ukuthi ingane zidle, sithenga ukudla for omama abancelisayo ukuthi mawungabe uncelisa kufanele udle. So sithenga ukudla, sithenge itofu ukuthi nikwazi ukupheka warm meals, kukhona oblankets, kukhona iponji ngeke nilale phansi. Sithi siyi-National Lottery sinani sicela ukuthi ke sinilekelele nikwazi ukuthi la nikhona kuma-shelters ningafili ninodwa, ningazizwa ninodwa, sikhona sila eduze kwenu. I-nurses at go izolokhu ifika nje invakashela la izobheka ukuthi kushodani kuyoze kuphele uMay until the end of May bazolokhu befika nje bezobheka ukuthi yini eshodayo baphinde bavakashele nalamanye ama-shelters awu-8 kuyoze kuphele uMay nilonithola nje warm meals and the likes. Ithemba lethu lithi ke uhulumeni uzobe sengenelela akwazi ukulungisa izindlu zenu nikwazi ukubuyela emakhaya la kufanele nibe khona. Kodwa for as long as nise la you have a National Lottery on your side. Thank you very much.
Sibonge kakhulu kusiba likhulu ngamazwi amahle kangaka. Siyabonga kakhulu. Ngizocela ukuthi nje siqhubeke neprogram yethu sisemzini womuntu la sikhona. Angithi sonke siyakwazi lokho. So mawufika emzini womuntu kufanele ufike ukhuleke. Baba uMavundla ngicela ukuthi usamukele. Thank you.
Sanibonani. Niyaphila. Yebo siyaphila noma sisesimeni esingesihle neze bakwethu sisiqonda siyasazi sehlakelo sisivelele njengabantu baseThekwini naseKZN. Siyazi futhi ukuthi emphakathini yethu eminingi akubekabi kuhle neze. Siyaqonda futhi mhlambe kuzoze kuphele nethemba ngoba kuzothatha isikhathi mhlambe kokunye ukuthi kulunge. Kodwa ke njengomkhandlu weTheku siyazama ukuthi masenza senze okuzobonakala bese kusithatha isikhathi sithokozile. Sicela ukuthatha leli thuba sibonge ukuthi i-National Lotteries Commission nethuba basondele nabo bazosibambisa ezikhathini zethu zokunzinga. Siyakuthokozela kakhulu, siyajabulela kakhulu. Asibantu kahle hle la sihleli khona nathi asisathatha indawo. Uma sithola ukunceda-ke ngey'nhlaka ey'fana nezenu sikujabulela kakhulu ngoba ukubalulekile ukuzama sifukamele abantu bomdali wethu. Ngalo-ke sithi usuku lanamhlanje sibona lusuku oluthembisayo noluzokwenza ukuthi abayithola beke simo lethi ukubuya ithemba. Mhlambe-ke ngoba sikhona asikubeke ukuthi ey'ndaweni ey'ningi senze okusemandleni ukuthi amanzi abuye abe khona, nogesi ube khona, namabloho lawa anqamukile khona amaningi khona sesikwenzile ukuthi okungenani ukuthi ukuhambeka okwamanje nabantu bakwazi ukuthi baye emsebenzini ngokukhulu ukuphuthuma. Sizobe siqala senza lezo zakhiwo ezokwazi ukuthi ke sikwazi ukunibeka kuzona okwamanje ngesikhathi siqhubeka. Ngicabanga ukuthi sonke-ke sibonile ukuthi aluluncane lolu daba, ingakho kuze kwafika no-president wezwe wazi ukuthi kwenzakalani, no-premier kuyingxenye yabo, nabo bonke kahle hle ominister ka-nationally bayingxenye, nabo bonke o-MEC kwi-province bayingxenye. Ngakho ngoba sifuna ukuthi masiqala sihlala phansi, sihlale phansi ngoba sesiqedile umsebenzi. Sizolo sikhona-ke sinethemba ukuthi sizoqhubeka silosibambisene. Nemukelekile-ke, kodwa-ke ngifuna ukusho ukuthi kade sebalukhulu ngangilithatha leli thuba. Akufinyeleleki kulona, ngizocela ningiboleke isitebhisi sokugibela ngisheshe ngifike, noma ningi-SMS-ele iy'namba nje, noma niyithumele ngo-WhatsApp, yabona, bese ngiyayibamba-ke mama Mabuza ngqi, uyabona ikuye nangakithi nami eClermont bakwethu. Hawu futhi la eThekwini engathi thina ithuba asilitholi. Hayi ngeke fake sishintshe nje ngelilanga. Bonke abanye nje bengabona ke ningayiwa kuyindawo bekushintshwane kuthiwe ngoba vele sibaningi eKZN, yabona yenziwe pro rata le ndaba. Njoba sibaningi kube yithini eswina kaningi, yabona, bese kuthi-ke mhlambe eNorthern Cape ngoba bancane bawine kancane bakwethu. Hawu hayi ngeke, kanti kwenzelelwa mase kunjani mama Mabuza? Eke senzele nje isihlalo sibothi ngeke nikulunge, siyabona.
Sibonge kakhulu baba uDeputy Mayor. Ngicabanga ukuthi isicelo sakho sizwakele. Mama Mabuza uDeputy Mayor ulinyalelwe kakhulu, ake sibuke le ndaba. So thank you very much. Without wasting any time, I would like to call upon the podium Mrs. Mabuza, we-South African Lottery. Angifuna ukuchaza kakhulu ngobudlelwane, ngicabanga ukuthi ikona ozosichazela kona. Over to you, Mama Mabuza.
Emini nje namhlanje ngicela ngokuqala ngokubingelela umphakathi waseNtuzuma. Ngizosho nje ukuthi mina umphakathi waseNtuzuma I'm very attached because ihlobo zami eziningi ezala amasho eNtuzuma. So kimi ngizizwa ngisekhaya. So ngicela ukunibingelela. Bese ke ngicela ukubingelela nazi ikhulu engihamba nazo, noma meyusungithengisile kodwa nje ngizobhala ekubingelelweni. Ngiyabonga Deputy Mayor. Ngibingelele nawe mam wasebhodini, Mam Precious. Kumnandi ukuba nawe, sijabulile. Nawe Mam Charlotte, ngiyabonga ukuthi sikhona ukuthi sibambisane ngisazochaza. And nawe CEO sijabulile ngoba sihlala sebenza nalabantu eGoli most of the time ema boardrooms, but kumnandi ukuthi namhlanje sisila lapho kuneyidinga khona, and into esijwayele ukuyenza le, asingacabanga ukuthi siyenza namhlanje nje, maybe ukuhlangana amehlo namehlo nani kokwenzeke namhlanje kuphela. Angibingelele i-team yonke yase NLC yase KZN noma maqhamuka kuphi khona le Pretoria. Ngicela ukunibingelela. Bese ngibingelela ne-team yethuba ngoba it's you guys that make this happen. So ngicela ukunibingelela nonke. Yeah, kodwa ngizoqala ngakuphi nje. Into engayisho ukuthi angijabuli akumnandi enhlizweni yami ukuthi siza namhlanje sekuvele igigaba engaka kuhle ngesinye isikhathi sihlanganisa amehlo kungenzekanga lutho nje kodwa ke khona kusho ukuthi singabantu makwenzeke okuthize komunye kufuneka sonke sikhale sisonke angithi sisonke kulento akungabe inkinga yomuntu oyi-one nje kuphela akungabe inkinga yohulumeni nje kuphela ngisazochaza kanzima kodwa angiqaleni ngokuchaza into ebalulekile ngempela ukuthi le mali esizoyikhipha namhlanje siyikhipha iphuma kuphi nokuthi siyikhipha makwenze njani sisonke yabona nje mawusuka lana deputy mayor ngoba each time uthenga ithikithi each time ukhipha imali yakhe ephaketheni yemshinini or udlala nge-app okwazi ukuthi imali sometimes up to kulonke irandi esilikhiphayo u-30 cent up to 30 cent uya kule mali esenza ngayo lezi dingo sanamhlanje isikhathi esiningi abantu bebethi angiwinanga kodwa uwinile baba meya ngoba le mali iyo lena esivala ikhalo masikunezinye izinto ngisho ukuthi ngesinye isikhathi it's not just about winning it's about contributing to good causes ile into ebaluleke ngempela kakhulu so phephani kodwa ke meya mina ngiyakhona ukuchecka mawudlalile ongadlalanga ngiyasola ukuthi awudlala anoqhubeka nidlale ngoba ngiyabona ukuthi ilotho into yenu ngithi eyani nakune problem nina silapho angithathe leli thuba futhi ngibonge ku regulator yethu iNLC ngoba makunenkinga whether it's COVID whether today nje banibonile kunama floods akuyona into ethatha isikhathi eside kithi sikhuluma ngefoni ukuthi asifinqeni izandla zethu siya khona and kwenzeke asibhalisa ama application le ayodlula no we get things done immediately and you know when we spoke between the commissioner and ourselves it was just like hey assuming that's how things start happening it's about the desire and knowing our mandates and remaining true to our mandate because that's very important often people forget why sibafakile why siba-appointile but thina siyakhumbuzana all the time i-regulator ke bafowethu ilaba thina awuthi ngiqale ngokuchaza ukuthi ithuba yini manihamba ney'tolo niyothenga ilotho lemshini lena ithuba efakayo le game lena enidlalayo yibo laba bamanajayo ukuthi okay le sizowenza nje imali engake yakubani it's ibona ba-operator be-check ukuthi njengoba bezovakashela iy'tolo ney'tolo ukuthi zonke zisevisiwe imishini apho siyakhona ukwenza nalama-draw thina siyi-operator kodwa abasiphethe nathi abenza ukuthi sikhona ukuthi sihambe ngebhuku yilaba abathiwa be-NLC yibo laba abasiphethe bethi hayi anrobi hayi anikwenzi lokhu ngendlela ekhona they are the regulators i-NLC kodwa sahlala sabuka very early ukuthi asakhele ubuhlobo ukuze abantu bebone thina njenge-industry ukuthi siyibamba kanjani i-mandate yethu on how do we achieve that's why kube nalobu buhlobo okungaka yes kunalo uswazi siyalithola masibheda nathi kodwa we've built a relationship I think with the same vision which is something that I think other sectors should copy that it doesn't mean you're sitting on the opposite table and yokhulumisana ngama-ideas thina siyakhulumisana siphinde sibuyele kwi-role ne-role yomuntu yodlala angithi nasemndenini kuba nobaba kuba nomama umama une-role yakhe ubaba ne-role yakhe same nakithi sinama-roles kodwa siyazi ukuthi sakhe umndeni nabo bayazi ukuthi sakhe i-industry that's the good part about this there's been a lot of and you know Sis Precious you'll see the common vision that we emulate as we go on about how to make sure that this mandate for both parties is carried out. So ngibonge lapho kini nina by NLC, because you've really been dedicated around that matter. Bese-ke, I think uDlamini, ngicela uku-acknowledge nawe babe Dlamini omdala, lo ofikile ulana community builder and our marathon runner, ona 74 kodwa usarun ama-marathon. Ngithe ngisho ukuthi kufuneka umphakathi abone ukuthi abe yisibonele kwey'nganeni zethu. Ngicela ukukubingelela nawe. Kodwa ngisho futhi ukuthi Dlamini ubushilo ukuthi you know, uchazile ukuthi how and what is our own CSI. I must tell you that Tina we are already rolling out a very extensive program. Angiyonitshela ngeyinto ey'ningi. Ngikhuluma ngeyethu as ithuba. When this thing happened, we set aside 10 million that day. We said, here's that money, it's going to go to flood relief. And it is for this purpose that we are on the field consulting with, okay, ngikhuluma nje kusasa sobe sideliver idingo zasesigodi enanda molweni nje ngiyakhuluma. But ngisho ukuthi wonke umuntu even nathi sinawethu ama-program makunento thintani nje bese kuchazile uDlamini ukuthi kwenzakalani, nathi sizobona. Akekho umuntu efunekelale engadlanga bathandekayo, not in this day and age. And I'm only asking ukuthi asakheni. Angiyoba too long. What I want to say today, ukuthi I'm appreciated for what the efforts and the endeavors that are there. I really think that that we are doing a fantastic job. And let's consult and let's see things. Let's not be arise about things. And I really appreciate it. Angibonge kini sizoba sikhona sikhulume sizwe ukuthi idingo nodingo sizanceda kuphi. Angiyoba mude manje except to say ukuthi I know we will never fulfill all your needs, but it's the will ukuthi siphosile lapho. That's where we are. Sis each is khala kanye nathi sifakile nathi lapho. So khulumisani le structure sebesibekile sobona nathi ukuthi si roll up kanjani. Where are the needs? So with that being said, angibonge kakhulu. Thank you very much, Ma'am Charlotte, and good luck to everybody of us today. May our achievement really be born, and am I really encouraging. And inhliziyo yami ngiyabona ukuthi obomama yini enisukuma kakhulu nila ngoba iplate lokudla libheke nina ntambama. Siyanibonga bomama ngoba yinina enakha isizwe. Siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you.
Sibonge kakhulu kumama uMabuza wakhuluma nje njenge true South African, and wakhuluma ngempela njengomuntu owazi ukuthi what is happening on the ground. Siyabonga nje nanokusiqinisa KZN ukuthi usizo lukhona. Sibonge nje nokubambisana ngoba uma sibambisene into efana nale, it's just too huge. Uma singabambisani ngeke size siwine. Siyabonga kakhulu ithuba. Asithi nje halala ithuba, halala halala NLC, halala halala eThekwini municipality, halala halala nesizathe go, halala. Siyabonga. Ngicela nje ukuthi siphinde si-acknowledge i-presence yama-delegates from social development. Siyanamukela. Ebese si-acknowledge ngokukhethekile i-presence kamama uGloria Mhlongo, ikhansela lale ndawo uWard 43. Siyabonga ma ukusamukela. Ngingakandi nje kakhulu ubaba Dlamini uthe she is the captain of the ship. Ngizocela nje to call upon uMama Mpane to the fore. Captain, my captain.
Thank you, Nobuhle. When the captain comes, obviously there was somebody who was supposed to lead the captain in song. Now, Baba Mkhize, come and sing Kawanje. Phela, I told Miss Mvulani stories about you. But Miss Mvulani, can you see? We fund that choir. So please come and prove that we fund.
Commissioner, with due respect, I'm a conductor, I can't sing. Sanibonani, cha sizocula nje. Hallelujah, 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 akekho ofana naye. Hallelujah, 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 akekho ofana naye, akekho ofana naye, ofana naye, akekho ofana naye, ofana naye. Hallelujah, 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 akekho ofana naye. Yeah, sisho njalo ukuthi noma kukubi, but God still is there, and that's why isibongo National Lotteries ukuprovide. Siyabonga Mama Charlotte.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can I just start by saying all protocol observed from Sanele, Nobuhle, Memabuza, everybody got to thank people who are here. Let me also apologize for my Zulu that sounds like Setswana in most cases. I got to realize that even with Ms. Mvulane, as I've been traveling with her, I can just see that she's stifling the laughter every time I try to say something. So there's Kumbuzo Sanele has taught me to say Jelamina. So thank you so much, our mayor. I'm improving, I promise you. These days it's just that because of the church I go to, I'm a Methodist. So when I try to impress, they say, no, that's Xhosa, not but I'm improving, I'm taking notes, I'm using Google. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Ms. Mvulane. Thank you not only for coming here, but for the opportunity that you, as the board, and not you only, get to empower us to do what we are doing here today, which at the end of the day is not about individuals in the NLC, but how we are trying to change the lives of all South Africans. Ms. Mabuza, so let me confess to the board and to NLC staff, we spend a lot of time on the phone when things like this happen. And she says to me, I must go and do 1, 2, 3. So I listen and can understand that she's being emotional now. Then I listen and listen. After the conversation, I sent a message to Sisi. We found the world's problems here. We can't solve all of them. We can only make a difference. Okay, so we share that a lot. You know, she got to share a very touching story with me about how she's been approached to provide coffins for those people who have fallen victim to this disaster. And I said, yes, I hear you, but you know, buying them, how much does that cost? Is there an opportunity for us to be empowering some people who can make coffins so that we give them money to make coffins, and at the end of the day, they have done something for themselves. Thank you, Sisi, and we pray that God bless you. and your organization, that you continue to do all these great things that you are doing. You know, when you look back at things that people end up doing in life, it's not because they want to be rich. It's not because they want to do that work. There's this thing, but it's a calling. Ngubizo, ne? Am I right? It's ubizo lwako. So let's thank you for ubizo lwako as well. You know, this bizo is not always easy. You know, at times it gets too hard, but know that your blessings are on the way, given how you get to bless communities and not individuals. I'm not going to be talking about the NLC because boss lady is here. My board member is here. So she has been mandated by the board. Remember, as the National Lotteries Organization, we report to the Department of Trade and Industry, and not that only our minister is Minister Ibrahim Patel. So the minister appointed a board for us. The date today is 28th. So the board has been with us for a month only. And we praise you, Ms. Mvulane, and thank you and the board. There's no board that had landed and started delivering immediately like you guys did. So the new board that was appointed by the minister has the following members. Is Ms. Mvulane, who was mandated by the board to come and be in KZN with us. There's Ms. Beryl Ferguson, she's in Cape Town, but would have loved to be here also. There's Dr. Cassius Lubisi, who has promised that because KZN is his home, he will definitely come and visit. And we also have Mr. Willie Hofmeyer, who is sending a special message that all of you guys must make sure that that money goes to where it is supposed to be going. Otherwise, ... We have come to see the devastation caused by the floods in this province. We thought that hearing from Sanel, and thank you Sanel for the great work you do. Thank you COO. I know I've been pushing you, asking you what you were doing in the office when you were supposed, all of you were supposed to be in KZN. Nobuhle, I don't have words to thank you. Our comms team, all the people who came from Gauteng to come and support you. Mabontle, thank you for the marvelous job you've done. We have come to see the devastation, but not that only. I like what Mabontle have coined together with Ituba, Kutisi Sonke, Rirohle. So we feel you, we feel your pain, would like to share with you what you are going through, but unfortunately, like I said earlier on, we can't solve the world's problems. But the little that we are going to be giving you today and moving on, we hope that it will change your lives, it will make a difference in your circumstances, and you will live to see others and uplift them when they have situations like this. It's exactly 3 months and 3 years that we would have been called upon, Mr. Mayor, to come and help with a situation similar to this one in KZN. As we were preparing submissions for the board, we got to see that it's exactly 3 years, and it was in April as well. And by then, Ms. Mabuza had sent trucks to the NLC, I remember, to deliver soaps, flour, and other things. And it was a lot of work for us then to transport the goods to KZN and Eastern Cape. And we are faced with a similar situation again. So as I was trying to impress Boss Lady and tell her that, you know, Boss Lady, for 3 years in succession, this is what we have been doing. She said to me, but then surely your education and awareness crew was supposed to be helping people in these areas to register NPOs that deal with disaster, and for them to be in our database, so that when we have a situation like this, we know exactly who is where to help and what capacity do they have and how can we further capacitate them so that they look after communities. For me, I think, Ms. Mbulani, thank you. That is an opportunity that I see having resulted from this disaster, that Bomama, in most cases, when things are like this, I'm not saying it is happening in KZN, it is happening in the Northern Cape, where I come from. Abo Baba ran away. They say they are going to look for work in Johannesburg at the mines. So, Mama, remain alone. You will remain alone in whatever structures or in houses that are temporarily provided by the government. Can you, during a time like this, Nobuhle, come back to empower these communities? Come back and help Abo Mama. We have the youth, Councillor, we have the youth in this area that is unemployed. Can they be assisted so that we get to look at the whole value chain of disaster management and look at what we can train them for, so that next time we have a situation like this, you don't even wait for national government or for people from Gauteng. Deputy Mayor, you have a team already on the ground that knows what to do and how to do it. This is very possible. I was sharing with Skumbuze earlier on as well, that around 3-4 years ago, when there was a Rugby World Cup in Japan, there was a time when there was a disaster like this. A hurricane had hit the place just 10 days before the games could begin. And when we contacted people there to say to them, surely you have to come back home because you won't be able to play, they said, no. People here are trained for disasters like this. And they say within 3 days they would have mopped up. Within a week, our team was on Facebook. They had gone back to training. Everything was normal. So can we use this opportunity and look at ithuba olusha oluvela kule disaster? Let's look at the opportunities, new job opportunities, new NPOs, NGOs, NPCs that we can form that will be ready whenever there's a disaster like this. They know what they are going to be doing. You recall that the Western Cape had been hit by fires most of the time. And by now, there are teams of firefighters from the Western Cape that get called up in different parts of the world, not the country, of the world, to go and help. Recently they were in Canada to go and help because it's them that have the skill. So, just like Japanese, can we perfect our skill? We've been experiencing this thing for a long time. We can't all the time be sitting back and knowing that or expecting the government to come with aid. Can we stand up and do something for ourselves? The Lotteries Commission, Ituba, we are there to support you in terms of those organizations that you will form. We will help you as well and look for training for you so that you prepare for disasters. Thank you very much. And by that, I will not say much. The boss is going to be talking to you about the NLC and all issues that have to do with the help that you see here and how we would like to continue doing that with you. Thank you, Nobuhle.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. I have captured your guidance, and I can commit that indeed it's possible. Disaster preparedness, disaster mitigation, and if you notice very well, it's one and the same areas that get affected all the time, yes. So, yes, siyasithatha isiluleko emphakathi waseNtuzuma sizokwenza njengoba esho uKhomishi. Without further ado, the boss of the boss lady, Mama Precious Mvulane, please come to the fore.
Sanbon, hey, masebeti bosi. Ngiyasaba. Ngiyabonga mphakathi waseNtuzuma ukuthi nifikile. Kulo size ngakho but size kukubi. Ngithe kade sa driver siza ngase ngithi how ngangifunde senza ubuhle. Yeza go. Ngithi how sengibuya sokukubi. Abantu baseKZN bahlumaza amanzi kwaze kwakubi. All protocol observed, Mayor. The team yase NLC sisinobuhle siyabonga ukuthi inhliziyo zenu anivali konke umsebenzi odingwa abantu. Niyasukuma 3 direction ye-COO siyabonga kakhulu. Ngithi angizile la as uPrecious okamvulane uMazulu ngize ukuzo letha inkulumo ya board members that have been recently appointed by Minister Patel ku-mandate yokuthi sizosiza ukuthi umsebenzi owa-establish uku-regulator, operator kanye futhi nokuthi senze sure ukuthi imali eqoqekile no 30% udistribute kubantu abawudingayo khona zokwazi ukuthi sidile nama-issues ye-poverty. We know all the problems we have like in South Africa. But also just to add, ukuthi kuleyo mandate, as Mama Commissioner has mentioned, we need to make sure ukuthi ama-agents ethu lawa ama-NPOs nama-charities lawa esi-distribute imali ngawo benza izinto ezi-right. Esakubona ngo-COVID imali ithathiwe kwakumele isebenziswe umphakathi yangena emaphoketheni yabantu akuzukwenzeka. Kuzomele kube sonke sibe ne-responsibility yokuthi masibona into engekho elungile sazi ukuthi lo muntu akayenzeli kulo muntu uyenza kuthini. Angeke sangena ko-Twitter so-complain, cha sizosebenzisa ama-structures akhona uku-complain ukuthi cha asibonanga kuhamba kahle la. Asizukuba simeceleni ebese sicabanga ukuthi mangabe sokuvoto asizobuya siholde accountable babumeya sigcine ngokuthi nje hayi badlala ngathi. Cha sizobuya sidonse sisa akuhambanga kahle la. Ngicabanga ukuthi bakwethu mangabe ukuthi kunalolu sizo olufana nalokho akungabukeki ukuthi ithina esize la imali yenu nadlala ithuba nafaka kulo 30% ithuba ayitholile i-regulator yake isiyayithatha lo mali yayibuyisela kunini. Anazi ke ukuthi asingane eceleni but size konakele okwenzekile la eKZN siyamokubona ku-TV kubuka ngathi into enje kulozanda wena kodwa bathe masebenza i-consolidation kwabonakala ukuthi indawo efakekile kakhulu iThekwini, iLembu district kanye noMgungundlovu, noGu noKing Cetshwayo, noMzinyathi kanye noThugela. Yilozo ndawo ke uNLC azobe efocus kuzona kulezi ndawo uissuisha ama-grant ne-support. Siyazi ukuthi support lena akuyona i-long term arrangement. It's just for this short time. Usazama ukubona ukuthi uzogcina wenze njani ke manje ukokwakha back ubuyele emuva. ngoba phela ayikho kwale mali esikhuluma ngayo ukuthi ikulast isikhathi eside. Kumele sazi ngalesikhathi sisalindele safuna ukubona sibuyisa imiqondo ukuthi ngizokwenza kanjani kokwakha ngiphindele emuva. Ngizokwazi kanjani ukuthi ngiphinde ngithole imadlanyana laphaya or ngisebenze laphayana ukuze ngikwazi ukwakha. Ngoba this is really for up to June, if I'm not mistaken, the first week of June. Ngiphinde futhi ngizama ukusho ukuthi as a mandate lottery i-aim ukuthi sishintshe impilo. But kumele sithi mase siyishintshile impilo wena usizekile uphinde usizo omunye. Akukhona nje okwakho kuphela ukuthi uphinde futhi usebenzise omunye. Ngikusho lokho ngoba nami ngiyazi ukuthi if kwangakona lokho ngaba ngizange ngifike nala ngikhona. Khona wangisiza but nalo wangisiza naye wasiza omunye. Nami ke kumele ngisize omunye. And ikona ke okubalekile abantu bakithi sisavuleke kulapho. Ngisabonga nje nokuthi sisakhuluma sithi sisonke ku KZN ingoba siyazi ukuthi iKZN is also an economic drive. When you look at the activities that have happened economically, you can really see the devastation of how this economically is actually going to affect the country, because it's a routing also for all the transport that we have. And therefore, whatever that we're doing, not just as a government, but as individuals, we then keep that in mind, that whatever that we're doing, we need to circulate the money. I love the idea Commissioner is saying, Mamshaman, as you are finding for a lot of, but Caesar, maybe that is your enterprise development in assisting the entrepreneurs that are going to build those coffins so that we can sustain and stop importing everything and create jobs. Because that is our real problem here. The fact that majority of people are here is because we've built houses that are not sustainable in places that do not have a proper analysis. Asithi ke mase siphindela siyokwakha sizama ukubona ukuthi ugovernment uzosiza yini ukuthola indawo eziright zokwakha endaweni eziright khona ukuthi maweyibuya le disaster si ready sinemizi futhi ehleli engakwazi ukuthi stand any issues relating to disasters relating to floods. Ngisacela nje ukusho nje bese shilo uHof Mayor member board owayesebenza ku SIU uyasho ukuthi hayi we will come and forfeit if isikutholile ukuthi ubuntshontshile so fika solanda konke silande nento zakhe at your own personal capacity ngoba icorruption kumele ime ngoba intshontshela kuthina sonke ayintshontsheli nje laba ama beneficiary direct but intshontshela sonke as a country. In closing, bengifuna nje ukusho ukuthi we are only just here to make a short difference. That short difference, use it as an opportunity to see what other economical activities that you can do so that you can sustain yourself. The NGOs that are available can only support up to a certain point. There's a point where we're going to need to pull up our hands ourselves and say which areas we can look at to be proactive and active in our own society. Ngibonga kakhulu konke from the team and Mayor and everyone that has actually participated. On behalf of the board, ngibonga kakhulu. Thank you.
Sibonge kakhulu ku board member wethu usisi uPrecious Mvulane wakhuluma kahle wakhuluma izinto ezibalulekile. Ngiyathemba ukuthi nizwile. Ayikho ezokwehla ngemlenze. Isimo sibi kakhulu ukuthi kungakhona ezongena ephaketheni elinembobo ingazi ukuthi wephi. Siyathembisa lokho. Ngizocela ukuthi mhlambe ngenze i-announcement ngaphambi kokuthi umama khansela wethu ezobonga kunoshintsho oluncane kwiprogram yethu. Sizocela ukubongelwa umama khansela uMhlongo. I-announcement engizoyenza eyokuthi uma sisuka la babu Mayor Mamvulane Commissioner siqonde eKing Cetshwayo siya eMlalazi siyo njengokwenza iprogram efana nalesilethela namhlanje sihamba nalo ke futhi ithuba ngenzela ukuthi umama menze vote of thanks kubo ukuthi sesiqedile sesiqala umsebenzi ngiyibongele nami njengo driver weprogram ngibonga ukungihlonipha umphakathi waseNtuzuma naseyikhulwini zami zikhulu zami ngiyayibongela mama uMhlongo ngicela uze ngaphambili uzosivalela sibonge.
Ngiyabingelela kuyena wonke umuntu okhona la, all protocol observed. Okwami bakithi ukubonga. Yabona uma ngabe kusekhulunywa nge-quick response, kukhulunywa ngento engiyibonile yenzeka la namhlanje. Abantu bokungesonto kukhona okade ekhona ezosibuza ukuthi sidingani. Yabona uma ngabe silosisho ngoba phela bayafika bayabuza, silobe sisho kunye siyaphinda ngoba vela akakahlali esandleni. Kodwa ukuthi nizovele nisheshe akuhlangene ngisho isonto, it's a very short space of time. So nje siyabonga somphakathi waseNtuzuma. Kuyekuthiwa eBhayibhelini konke kuhlangana kube ngokuhle wabathemba labo leJehova. Ngibonile lokho namhlanje kade sikhala ngekudala sididekile kukubi kumuncu. Kodwa manje indlela izinto ezenzeka ngayo siyabonga. Ngisho nje kwabakhona laba abadisplays ehleli nabehholo. Yabona ngosizo ukuthi wonke umuntu wayegrey ngisho ebusweni. Manje kodwa yabona hayibo bakithi kanti muhle uyayibona nje lonto ngempela siyabonga konke lokho kwenziwa uthando. Sibonga nje futhi nama-volunteers akhona le Ward 43 asebenza tirelessly because njengoba kungekho lutho nje ba-provide nge-breakfast, nge-lunch, ne-supper. So nje ngempela siyabonga. Mhlawumbe sengingacela nje ukuthi masisuka la sale sesiyani siyobona la bekhona. All in all nje abantu esinabo la ehholo 175. Both abesilisa nabesifazane ney'ngane. So bonke abantu bakhona la ehholo. Ngiyabonga.